Okay, it's time for another live stream, and I'm just going to see how this goes because there's something I need to do, and I figured I might as well just live stream the process of while I do this. You see, um, I had to fix some mistakes in my previously published books in my Chandler's Honesty series, and I am going to be republishing them on. I already republished them for the paperback editions on Amazon, but I'm going to be republishing the Kindle editions as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the tools that I use to do this. This is very, very cool because I'm going to screen share for most of the rest of this video at least, just so you can see exactly what's happening here. So what I'm going to do is first I'm going to show you that if I go to my, I hate this little notification there, okay. If I go to the folder where I put my files, I'll show you, first of all, here, first the ODT files are the original open document text files that I made in LibreOffice. So, but then there's the doc files, which I saved at is the Microsoft Word format. And we're going to be using that today. So here's the thing. So here's what it looks like in LibreOffice. It's a little bit strange looking and it's zoomed in really big. This is the first book in the series and it has the first 3 parts of my story. And you see, it's not really all that fancy. I did some slight variations in the size of text, and I centered some text, but it's not very fancy looking, is it? It's not really all that fancy. But here's what I'm going to do, is I'm going to run it through Kindle Create, and it's going to automatically fancify my book. I'll show you what I mean, because this is the original source file that I'm basically dealing with. So what I do is I go to the Kindle Create program that I had to download and install. And once it loads, see, I had previously done this with part 4 because that was a much shorter book. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to create a new file here, but it's going to be converted from a doc file. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to choose chandlershonesty.doc and we're going to see what it does. It's importing and converting it into like a Kindle type of suitable format. And once it finishes doing that, we're going to see it look a little bit different. It's actually a really nice tool. Yeah, I don't know how to use this tool very well yet, but it's actually pretty cool. Okay, so the import was successful. Okay, Kindle Create will start by automatically finding and applying potential chapter title elements in your book. Yeah, okay. Yep, it's going to create a table of contents. Okay, so here's the deal. So see what it has here. It has suggested chapter titles. And now not all of these are necessarily chapters. Now this is the title there and of the book, but I've noticed because these are 3 parts, each chapter number, like some of them appear twice because we have the chapters of part 1 and then we have the chapters of part 2 and then we have the chapters of part 3. So there's going to be a lot of chapters. So we'll just accept the selected ones here. So here's the tricky thing. Now, I'm not entirely sure what I'm doing here, but I think I can make this turn out all right. So, okay, so there's actually 2 subtitles. This is a subtitle, The Horse of Truth, but then there's the much longer a subtitle that's actually on the cover of my book, you know, The Truth About a Child's Past Told Straight from the Horse's Mouth. And I consider that my long subtitle, whereas The Horse of Truth is more of a short subtitle because I like short subtitles. So here's what I'm going to do is I'm going to, I'm going to do this. I'm going to take this is, we'll make this be sort of a weird, isn't that weird? Okay, the horse, yeah, there's the horse of truth, and I want to, okay, I want to change it. I don't want that to be italicized, and I want it to be black. Yeah, this is weird. So I'm basically just kind of modifying it, and I'm going to save this as well. We're just going to save this as Chandler's Honesty, KC there for Kindle Create. And okay, yeah, this is weird. So I'm basically having to go through it. Now, this is kind of weird because usually my, usually my books, I have my own author name. So let's see here. If I go down here, see here, yeah, I'm just modifying this as I go. Yeah, I'm just adding this in here. And then let's see here. I'm wondering, will this be, whoa. Yeah, that's pretty freaky. Yeah, that's weird looking. Like, this is really weird looking. I don't understand all that's happening here. But yeah, because I want this to all be on the same page. You see how that is? I want these to all be basically on the same page here. And now the font size of this is 29 and the font size of this is 16, and so is this. Although I think I'll make this a little bit bigger here. I think I'll make my author name just slightly bigger here. And I don't know exactly how it will translate. Wait, I wanted to make, okay, that's weird. Well, I mean, it looks fine. I'm just trying to figure this out. Yeah, this is really weird. And let's go down a little bit here. Yeah, whoa, see how this looks? That's actually pretty cool. See, and there are different themes. There are different types of themes here. There's the modern theme, then there's the classic theme that looks like that. And then there's the Cosmos theme, which looks more like that. They have little themes, and it automatically detects where the chapters are. Now, this one looks kind of fancy, but I can't read cursive, although it's still more readable than human written cursive. That's funny how that is. But yeah, so I'll stick with the modern theme here. But yeah, this is weird because, and I don't understand. What does this mean? Formatting changes to an element updates all instances in a book when this setting is turned on. Huh. Weird. I'm not entirely sure what that means. But yeah, because I want these. Yeah, we'll save my progress. I'm still figuring this out because I don't know why it keeps making this be blue. What happens if I clear that? Oh, well, that kind of works out. Yeah, I like that. Okay, now, but I want to go back to black, and then I want the text to be centered. And then I want this to be black. And then I want it to be a little bit bigger. I'm going to make this size 20. Yeah, okay, that's better. Yeah, I'm just figuring this out as I go along. You know, this isn't like a fancy presentation or anything, but it'll look good on an e-reader device, I believe. Okay, so now we have that page. So let's see. And then I have this. Now this is kind of interesting. This text is sort of bigger. That's the way I had it in the original file. I guess that'll be fine. So let's just look. Now this, here I have a page that is basically announcing the start of part 1 of the story. And I'm not entirely sure if I really want to have a whole page there with just that part. I mean, I think it would actually make more sense. Okay, now that's weird looking. Yeah, that's a little weird. Yeah, why does it do that? Yeah, I don't get it. Like, why does it do that? Yeah, that's weird. I cannot figure this out. Um, I mean, I guess I can leave it that way. I'm not entirely sure what the deal is here, but I'm afraid to mess with anything too much. The thing is, the book is still going to look fancy just by filtering it through this. So I'm going to go through these pages and just see how it looks. I like how it makes the chapter titles be really big text so that you can easily see from the size of from the text that it's a new chapter. So, I mean, this is nice. It works, and then it has various chapters in the table of contents. I mean, this actually looks pretty good. I'm not sure if I need to go through the whole thing because I'm pretty confident that this looks good. Yeah. Yeah, this is looking pretty good. It just automatically took my source file, which I had previously published before, but then it did transformations on it, you know? So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try previewing it. Okay, so here, yeah. So here, okay, when I go, it has a table of contents. So it has Chandler's Honesty, and that takes me to the title page, and then it has that little thing there. Oh, freaky. And then there just mentions it's the start of part 1. Yeah, you see how it has a table of contents. It automatically generated the table of contents. And that's something my book didn't have before. So the fact that it automatically generated a table of contents so that somebody can go to whichever chapter, because who would read my whole book in one sitting? Nobody would do that. It's too big. That's actually cool. And so see how it does this after chapter 23 here, part 1. Then after that, then it has a little part that says it's the part 2. Because originally I had a separate page that just would announce the start of a new part. And I guess I'll just keep it that way because it's an auto conversion from the way it was. So we have this, and then it starts again at chapter 0 for part 2. Yeah, this is looking good. This is looking very good. I have this whole table of contents automatically generated. Yeah, this is really nice. Yeah, I like the look of this because originally the chapter headings were the exact same size as the text. And technically, I probably should have manually made them bigger myself. But the problem is if I did that, then if I would have, every time I wanted to change it, I'd have to go manually and change the 30-something chapters. There's probably a faster way to do it, but I'm not an expert at this stuff yet. I'm still a beginner when it comes to editing documents, but I've published a lot of books so far. Yeah, this is good. Yeah, I like this. Everything here looks fine. Like I'm not seeing any problems because I mean, I have gone over the original source file several times, but now I'm basically just doing a massive preview of the beginning of each chapter here. Yeah, this is nice. See, it has a table of contents. Yeah, that's nice. I like that. So now I'll close the preview. We'll save this, and then I'm going to generate this KPF file. Yes, and then I go to Kindle Direct Publishing, and then I will I will just upload the new file. It should be simple. So let's see here. Okay, so I'll close that program. Let's see where I'm at here. And okay, next I will simply go to KDP, and I'm going to simply upload the new manuscript for my first book. And see, we have some updates and review because I recently uploaded the PDF again of the paperbacks. And earlier today, I updated part 4 using the Kindle Create program that I just showed you. So here's where I go to edit the ebook content. Okay, this is very simple because originally I had uploaded the doc file directly, which converted it all right. But see, here's where it said use Kindle Create to transform your manuscript into an ebook, professional book themes, images, and table of contents. So that's why I downloaded that program, because I wanted it to automatically generate a table of contents. So without much effort on my part, my book will automatically look fancier because it will have a table of contents and let people go to a specific chapter. Not that anybody actually reads my book, but I hope they do someday after all the work I put in on it. This is interesting because, oh, never mind. I see what happened there. So here, I'm just going to upload the new ebook manuscript. I'm going to upload the KPF file. And it's uploading. And then it usually takes a few minutes for it to process. So I think I'll just wait for the file to process. And then after it processes the file, then it lets me preview it again. And then it lets me save and continue. And then it lets me set the price. But I'm going to be keeping the price the same. It's the same book and everything, but I'm simply updating the interior. And the cool thing of whether you're publishing on Kindle Direct Publishing with paperbacks or the Kindle editions, the ebooks, you can still update and make changes even after it's published, which will mean that future people who buy the book or people who download the update on their Kindle apps will have access to the new updated version. So the author, through self-publishing, can continue to keep doing this. So now I'm previewing it through the built-in previewer in the web browser. So it shows the cover there, and then you see how it is? It has the nice little thing there. I'm not sure why I italicized my author name. It's not a problem. I just don't know why it did it. But other than that, everything else looks pretty good. Yeah, it looks really nice. Yeah, that's cool. And then, let's see. Yeah, so here it has, yep, the table of contents works. Yeah, well, I like that. So I'll just go back to the book details, and then here we'll have it. So my book will be officially republished. It's actually really nice. So that will do it, I think. Everything is good. And the price for the Kindle edition is $2.99, which is, it's basically $3. But that is not that's not a very high price, mind you. You know, that my ebook is cheap, but I want people to read my story, and so far nobody reads it because it's too horrible, too tough for people to read. Plus, nobody cares about me and my opinions. But nonetheless, I must express them anyway, because what else am I going to do in my life? But yeah, it's cool. So today is, let's see. Today is May 7, and I have basically updated all of the editions. Everything is in review. The paperbacks, and the Kindle editions, and even the hardcover. See, the Amazon is doing a beta thing of supporting hardcover books. So my book will also be available in hardcover and not just paperback books. So basically the same book, but a more durable cover, so it's cool, and then I also see this draft here. Part 5 of my unicorn story will be out soon. I ordered a proof to be sent to my mom, and she's going to proofread it and let me know all my punctuation errors because I can't figure it out myself. And for the life of me, I cannot figure out why my Confessions of a Confused Virgin book shows up on here twice. It's really weird because, like there's 2 different versions of it. I'm not sure why that is. That's just weird. I'm not going to mess with it because I'm afraid if I delete one, the other will also be deleted. That is so strange. I have published so many books here. This one was very interesting. Yeah, cool. Well, I guess that's all I have for now, but I have been working a lot on these things. Actually, I think that's all I need to share for now. So, but I just wanted to say that it's been very interesting because I've learned so much about different ebook formats that exist, and I've learned a lot about self-publishing. There's a lot to learn. And there's writing a book, then there's getting rid of all the spelling errors and the punctuation errors, then there's dealing with the sizes of the fonts and creating hyperlinks if there's going to be hyperlinks in a book, all that stuff. There's a lot. I mean, my books have already been out for years. My older books and my newer books have been out for a while, but to make a book that actually looks fancy and professional, like that's the goal. You know what I mean? It's sort of like a website, like anybody can make a little website these days, but to make a truly professional looking website where it just looks really fancy, where everything just looks and navigates right, that's the goal of a website and that's the goal of a book. Because when you're sharing information, you want the information to be easily accessible, easy to read, all that sort of thing. And with all the variety of different devices people are reading things on these days, that's no easy task. But I've learned a lot, and I have some good guides to consult on the topic. The Smashword Style Guide, for example, has a lot of instructions, and I haven't finished reading that yet. But I intend to read more of that at some point because that gives a lot of advice on how to format your book. However, I did get my books accepted on the Smashwords Premium catalog. So they're out at Barnes and Noble and Kobo and Scribd and all those weird websites I hadn't heard of before. So yeah, I mean, it's exciting for me. Now, can I get anybody to read my books? And the first 2 parts of my story are still available on my blog to read for free. So if people wanted to read them, they would, but nobody cares. I mean, everybody's busy. I have books that I need to read too. I have audiobooks to listen to, and I have some good movies to watch. There's this one movie I bought called Zoolander, all thanks to Poffo. That's a funny story. He also is the one who inspired me to watch Fight Club. So anyway, that's all I have for now. It's been a long day of sitting at my computer trying to get my books looking fancy and published just right. So I guess I'll end this live stream here. But if there's any other topics and anybody else wants to do a live stream podcast with me again, let me know because I might be up for it tonight. We'll see what happens.